All right, diving right in then. This time you guys sent in something really, really interesting. It's a bunch of American viewers reacting to Kalyn Ponga highlights.
Oh, yeah.
And then you also included this list of Ponga and NRL moments that you felt would I don't know, really resonate with American fans.
I see.
So for you, this deep dive is about, understanding how an American audience, what they might think of Kalyn Ponga and rugby league, what parts of his game, and the sport itself would kind of grab them, get them interested.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. So that's kind of our mission here. We're trying to explore that potential connection.
Absolutely. And it's super fascinating, to look at this little cross-cultural appreciation of sports. We've got these really raw, unfiltered responses from people who are seeing this new sport, right? And this amazing player for the first time. And then right alongside that, we have, this kind of more strategic selection of moments that are meant to really showcase how exciting and skillful rugby league can be.
Yeah.
So it gives us this unique window into, what elements of the game of Ponga's play might just click with a new fan base. People who have never seen this before.
All right. So let's jump right into those first reactions. What really struck me watching those videos was the consistently positive tone. There seemed to be this genuine sense of excitement and amazement. It almost felt like Ponga's highlights were immediately breaking down some barriers, barriers to understanding a sport that these viewers might not know anything about.
Yeah, you're right. The immediate takeaway here is that raw athleticism, it kind of transcends the specifics of whatever the rules are.
Yeah.
And what's so fascinating is how quickly the viewers connect to that visible talent. I mean, the speed, the agility, the dynamic plays, it's that kind of initial positive reaction that can really be a powerful foundation for building interest in a new sporting league.
Yeah.
Especially in a market as competitive as the U.S.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see in the comments, too, so many people talking about Ponga's speed, his agility.
Yeah.
That stutter step he does where he almost stops and then explodes through a gap. It's, people were blown away.
Totally.
They'd never seen movement like that on a football or basketball field.
It is something else. And, if we connect this back to the bigger picture of American sports fandom, that kind of electrifying individual skill, it's highly prized in the U.S. Think about it, right? The admiration for a quick-footed wide receiver in the NFL or a shifty point guard in the NBA.
Yeah.
That ability to just change direction instantly, to create separation with speed, it's like a universal language in sports. And Ponga, he's fluent.
He really is.
Yeah.
And speaking of creation, it wasn't just his solo brilliance that caught their eye. There was a lot of a lot of love for Ponga's playmaking. The passes that set up tries, the way he just seems to see opportunities unfolding before anyone else. It wasn't just about him scoring, it was about him making things happen, for the whole team.
Right. And that's what's so interesting here. It highlights a key element of rugby league, this blend of individual brilliance, right? But within this team framework.
Yeah.
And these moments of unselfish playmaking, this vision to create chances for his teammates that really showcases, a really well-rounded skill set.
Wow.
And it raises this important question. Does that emphasis on both individual flair and team contribution, does that resonate with American viewers? Because they're often drawn to both superstar performances and strong team dynamics. I think it really seems to have made a positive impression.
Absolutely. And then, of course, there's the try scoring.
Yeah.
And that's the ultimate excitement in any scoring sport, right?
Yeah.
To see the ball get over the line.
I'm sure.
And the reactions to Ponga's tries, fantastic.
Yeah.
The comparisons to NFL running backs were everywhere. That elusiveness, the ability to break tackles, or, to find the try line. It's like that vocabulary. It's something American sports fans already understand.
Yeah, and that analogy to NFL running backs, it's a really effective bridge. I think it gives new viewers this immediate point of reference, allowing them to really quickly grasp what Ponga's attacking power is all about. They understand the value of speed and agility and power in getting into the end zone.
Yeah.
It's a familiar form of athletic excellence, just in a different context.
Yeah. Now this is where it gets really interesting. The reactions to Ponga's kicking, in so many major American sports, kicking is this very specialized skill. So to see Ponga using his kicks both to gain ground on offense and then to relieve pressure on defense, it seemed to be a real eye-opener for a lot of these viewers.
Yeah. It really is, and it's fascinating because it kind of introduces another layer of athleticism, this tactical awareness that might be less prominent in some American sports. It's not just about running and tackling. It's about precision and strategy and using your feet to control territory on the field. It's a multi-dimensional skill set that can be really, really interesting for people who are just learning about rugby league for the first time.
I think so too. On the other hand, on the other side of the coin, I kind of wonder if some viewers were uh, maybe a little surprised by the physicality of the game. To see someone as dynamic, as Pronga on attack, also just throwing himself into tackles on defense, I think that might have been a bit unexpected for some.
That's a crucial observation. I think the continuous flow of play, the two-way demands on all the players, I mean, that's central to rugby league.
Right.
And for viewers, American viewers who are used to more defined offensive and defensive roles, think like in American football, that constant physical engagement might be something totally new to them.
Yeah.
And it could actually be a draw for people who really who appreciate that level of toughness and athleticism, on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, yeah. And it wasn't just those running back comparisons. Some viewers were even comparing Ponga to quarterbacks.
Oh, wow.
Especially when they were talking about his ability to read the game, to
Yeah.
influence, how the game was flowing, just with his decisions.
Interesting.
And that suggests to me that that they're picking up on his strategic understanding of the game, that higher level.
That's right. That's right. And while the positions themselves, they're not exactly analogous. They're not the same. But those underlying skills, the vision, the decision making under pressure, the anticipation, being able to react to anything, those are qualities that everyone admires in top quarterbacks.
Yeah.
It's that recognition of high level sports intelligence. That's what seems to be resonating.
And all of this, it seems to naturally lead to curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
Watching these highlights, it's not just entertaining. It sparks this desire to learn more.
Yeah.
People are asking about the rules. They're asking about the strategies behind plays. It's like that initial exposure. It's a hook.
Absolutely, and that's the power of a really compelling highlight package. It's not just about those spectacular moments. It's about generating intrigue. It's about getting people to ask questions and to want to dive deeper into the sport. It's that crucial first step to building a new fan base.
Yeah, I think you're right. One last thing that really stood out to me was the appreciation for Ponga's versatility.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the fact that he can create this breathtaking try with a sidestep, and then on the next play make a crucial tackle on defense.
Oh yeah.
That kind of all around skill set, it seems to be making a huge impact.